Okay, it's Samuel here, and before you book your timing for the demo, I want to give you a very quick introduction on what we do so that by the time you come down, we will know that we will be a good fit to actually work together so that we make it more productive, all right? So let me just keep it really short so you can actually understand in essence what we actually provide at the Leads Machine. And the fact that you're listening to me right now, that is because you've already seen our ads, which looks something like that, and that you have already walked through the entire lead path that we have kind of pathed out for our own business model. So what you have done is obviously you'll see one of these ads, right? Whichever it was, you have clicked and then you will have engaged. So I just want to give you a very quick brief of how it works for the financial market and why this is something that's very viable, why getting leads from social media is very, very viable, and why it is 100% something you should be jumping on right now. So many of you may be doing cold market prospecting, right? You have some warm market, you got cold market, but within your cold market, which I'm sure you have probably done before or you have probably experienced before in somehow or other, there are a few different methods, obviously like roadshows, door knocks, street canvassing, telemarketing, and all these methods have been working for the longest time. And I'm not about to debate its effectiveness because I do think that it is effective because people are still using it despite the market being more and more saturated, despite the fact that the attention isn't flowing as much as it was in the past. But the two main problems with methods like this, in my opinion, is this. All right, I actually got it typed out already so I can just focus on presenting. Let me just all right, the two biggest problems are number one is that it's very low quality attention, and number two, it is the law of large numbers. So what that means is that in a cold market setting, the attention that I'm getting from a consumer is considered low quality because that is not where people are spending their attention by default. Meaning when you're trying to prospect somebody at their doorstep or when you're trying to prospect somebody at a roadshow, that is not where their attention is given by default. You are actually disrupting their attention. You are disrupting their flow of their life to get them to listen to your pitch. And that is why marketing in that form, it is disruptive in nature. And number two is based on a law of large numbers, meaning you gotta hit the numbers. And like people always say, sales is a numbers game, which I agree. But later I'll show you why it is not just about the law of large numbers. But again, you gotta go by coincidence or go by luck, whoever is passing by or whoever is it that you can physically connect by whatever chances. Maybe they're just happening to have a good day, they just want to stop by, and then on other days, you cannot really predict a consistent lead flow. And I would think these are the biggest struggles that every salesperson, or more specifically financial advisor, would have, especially when I'm trying to make something happen, right? When I'm trying to get an activity up, when I'm trying to get an appointment, these are the things that are standing in your way. And how social media actually comes into work is like that. In social media, the two biggest things that we are targeting to solve is that number one, we're getting more high quality attention, meaning the same person that would probably not want to give their attention at a roadshow, guess what? When they're in the MRT, when they are in the bus, or when they're at home, when they are not sleeping at night, they are on their phones. And that is where the attention is actually being concentrated on social media. So rather than trying to catch them somewhere where they don't want to be caught, which is at somewhere whereby you have to disrupt them to get attention, why not catch them somewhere where they want to be caught, where they are already on it surfing like 12 hours per day? Maybe not even 12 hours, let's just say 2 hours per day or 3 hours per day, where they are on the social media, they're just surfing, and why not catch your attention there while it is given at its fullest, right? And number two, it's not just about a law of large numbers, it's a law of targeted numbers. The good thing about social media is that you're still playing a large number game because you're still showing your ads to many people, of which some will click. But the difference is that it is law of targeted numbers. And if I can put it in a more specified manner, it is a law of targeted and leveraged numbers. What I mean by that is, let me show you an actual example, actual results that we've gotten for clients, and this will probably give you an insight of how this is going to work. So these are some of the screenshots that we have. And if I just zoom into this particular screenshot, right, you can see it's going to be 1.6k messaging replies. Okay, one messaging reply is something like what you have done, right? Because you have interacted with my chatbot on my page, and there is one. So you can see here is 1.6k leads. And to get this amount, right, we have actually reached out to 55,000 people within the target market, within the target audience. The difference is that we're getting high quality attention from Facebook, from Instagram, from social media, where the attention is, rather than trying to disrupt somebody to get attention to listen to you sell something. All right, so it's very targeted attention, it's very high quality attention, and it is a law of targeted large numbers. What that means is that these people, right, they were targeted, it does not take manual effort. So there's a lot of leverage. It does not take manual effort for me to reach out to them personally. I just run the ads, they see the ads, they like it, I'm not disrupting their day, they're not disrupting my time, and we just engage in a very automated manner. Similar to what I'm doing right now. For example, I'm just filming this video one time, or I'm just filming this recording one time, and every one of you who go through this will just listen to me speak before you actually come down to the demo. So that's how you can apply leverage and apply automation to your business model. And this is how it will work in a very, very concise manner. And now let me give you an example of how it would actually work out for you in terms of your niche. So this is an example. What you can do is we have this particular ad copy that we actually developed for you. And this is just an example. Again, depending on what you have at the moment, the way you approach it will be very different. And that is what a physical demo is for. But over here, I'm just trying to give you a really generic picture of how it's going to work. So what happens is we will have a strong offer for your particular niche. And the consumer, which is your consumer, will actually engage in a simple quiz or a simple survey, however you want to call it. They will engage this, and then they will actually be qualified. And of course, if they select something that doesn't qualify them, they'll just be filtered out already. Otherwise, they'll just be qualified all the way. Like what you have did for your own, meaning when you went to this machine, this is the same process that you went through. We will ask them questions to pre-qualify them, also to pre-sell them on what's going to happen at the demo or at the appointment with you. And later on, we'll ask for their numbers, and that is how you get a lead. All right, so this is how the lead is generated. And once you have a number, your job is just to contact them. That is as simple as it will get. All right, your job is just to contact them. So typically, this is a process. And once again, I've already shortened it to a very concise version. And what happens is, before you come out to the demo, there's a few things that I want you to be focused on. Number one is this, all right, what you have just seen is a simple lead generation process. We'll also be giving you the lead to appointment script for you to convert to appointments effectively. But of course, appointment onwards, it's up to you to close the qualified leads. And we are a firm that is very results focused. So before you come down, please be sure of your agenda and what is it that you want to achieve. And if you're somebody who is just looking around or just trying to shop around, then we won't be a right fit for you. But if you're somebody who is serious about getting results and you want somebody who fully understands the financial market, who can truly take you by the hand and guide you into getting qualified leads, then I think that is what we do 100%. And of course, once you come in for demo, we'll actually be taking you through a few examples, like real life examples, whereby we will show you some case studies that is the most relevant to your niche. And our demos are very transparent, so we will show you exactly how it is, how we work. And by the end of the demo, you will have to give us an answer on whether, yes, we can work together, or no, if we are not a right fit, that is fine as well. Because again, we have a very strict qualification process for all of our clients. And the last thing I want to touch on is about the fees that we charge. Now, once again, we do not do open quotes, meaning we have to qualify you that you are someone that we want to work with before we will quote you. But let me just put this out so you can actually understand where I'm coming from. To be a good fit to work with us, for you to be able to invest in the fees that we charged, you have to have a desire of clearing at least 10K per month of income. Meaning after you engage us, for example, your aim should be to make at least 10K every month in your commissions. If your aim is any lower than that, then I think we are not too ready a fit for you, because we want advisors who are at the level of commitment, at the level of desire to actually produce the outcome, so that it will be a no-brainer for them to actually invest in us. All right, so that is a benchmark that you want to keep in mind. So without further ado, by now the demo timing should be up already. You can click on the link below, book your demo, and I look forward to taking you through more exciting stuff. All right, I'll see you on the side. Take care.